situation, which started late this afternoon as an attempted robbery, has now turned into this tense life and death situation, which is controlled by these three armed and dangerous men. Jack Martin Driscoll, currently wanted in 5 states for robbery and murder. Midas Smith, who escaped from Leavenworth Prison some 6 months ago. Howard Lawrence Tease, a convicted rapist, has been wanted along with the other 2 men in connection with a string of robberies that has finally led to today's siege situation.
Please let me just call my children.
Shut! The armed men, popular beachfront restaurant known as the Nantucket Light, have, according to our sources, agreed to a hostage exchange. Now, the exchange proposed by the armed men is that they have agreed to give up their captives, as well as the owner of the Nantucket Light, Jonathan Layton, for $250,000.
How hard it is to get $250,000 at night and floor bills in the rain. Will you relax and tell me where we're going? In. Well, don't you think it might be a good idea before we go in we have a plan? I got a plan. We bust through the door, surprise them, and blow their brains out. After I went to the trouble to get all the money. Okay, what's your plan? Well, the way I look at it, you bust through the door and create a diversion. Then they'll all turn and aim at you. You try to sweet-talk them, end up blowing your brains out. While I sneak around the back, bust in, and really surprise them. It stinks! Why? You might get lost. I don't get lost. And I don't want to be a diversion. I want to be a surprise. All right, we'll do it your way. Odds or evens, it's your call. It's even! Okay, I'm a diversion!
Buy you guys a drink?
That's not the deal, sucker! Now I'm gonna kill everybody! We made a deal!
When we get the money, you got the hostages, all right?
You see, there's a problem. No, there's no problem. Do you know how hard it is to get that kind of money at this time of night in the rain?
20 seconds and the first one dies. You.
I'm not surprised.
I hope you get away with this, Driscoll. I hope you live through it. I'm gonna come after you.
Shut up, Layton.
15 seconds and you're next. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1.
Yeah. Well, your timing was a little off, but better late than not at all. Nice work, guys.
Okay. Cut! Chris! That's beautiful! Kill the rain!
Okay, let's get this water out of here. Start the pump.
Where's the food? Beautiful.
A little help over here.
You know I'm available, huh?
It was a good job. Perfect timing, Dick. You're a good newspaper man. Did you ever think about becoming an editor?
Or a dancer. Or a duck.
Hey.
You make with the bad guy.
Oh, you make good hero. You too.
Oh, Keith, I swear, as soon as I get paid for this job, I'm going to pick up my tab at your place.
Just whenever. Don't worry
Okay,
about
let's do it again, bro.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Hey!
Snuffy, I want to ask you something. How did I look?
I don't know, Hawk. You got lucky again.
Lucky? Me get lucky? Maybe O'Keefe got lucky, but with me, it's skill.
Well, look, they pay me good money to coordinate the stunts on this show. You guys refuse to use stunt doubles. Now, one of these days, you're going to get unlucky.
Snuffy, you've been saying that for 2 years.
Oh, yeah? Well, what about the broken nose?
This is your nose.
You see?
Okay, settle down. Please, hold it for a minute. We have a gentleman with us this evening who needs no introduction. He's our boss. Our executive producer, Otis Stevenson. Hey, Otis!
Hey, guys, I won't take up any of your time. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. We couldn't be doing it without you. And we certainly couldn't be doing it without my friend and our star.
What can I say? To our crew, brilliantly put together by our leader, our fabulous writers and their staff, but especially to my two closest friends, without whom there wouldn't be a show, Doug Hawk and Bill O'Keefe. Okay. Enough said. Drink up. Come to my dressing room.
See you guys next season?
Of course. What are you talking about, Snuffy? I mean, we're here, you're going to be here. This show's a smash hit. Which means we're going to be around a long time.
I want them out, and I want them out now.
You can't just dump Hawk and O'Keefe. An audience really responds to them. Kids enjoy them. Our research shows us that.
You can take your research and eat it. I want them out of my show, out of my life, and out of the business.
No discussion. No network consult. The voice of God.
You bet. This is my show. Did you see that last scene? They saved me. Even the writers are on their side. The crew loves them. This isn't my show anymore. They've stolen it. Stole my fans, stole the rating. They even stole my set, damn it. They bought their own restaurant, copied my set, and they get all the publicity. Did they ask us? Do they care?
They asked me. I thought it was a good idea.
Stop thinking. I want them fired, and I don't want to take the rap. Blackball them. Drop some things in the press. Always late. They're unprofessional. Drug abuse, that kind of stuff. I want them ruined.
What the hell are you talking
I want it to start tonight. In front of their beloved crew.
Hey, guys. You will not believe who just showed up for this rap party. Pavarotti singing the love theme from Jaws 3. Sodomy.
I'm not half the man I used to be.
Whoa! That's a rap! Print it! Hey, fellas, do you mind? I gotta take the chairs. Sure, okay, fine. While you're at it, take this to the... Sorry.
Good night.
All right, listen up, listen up. Squires Hawks and O'Keefe have invited us all to sup at their rather modest establishment, the Nantucket Light. Hear, hear. Hear, hear. And this is an order. You will show up. Otherwise, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yes. And Mr. Layton, you've been invited too. Have you seen my impression of the Incredible Hulk?
Guys, I need wardrobe right away.
Right away? What's going on?
No, nothing. I'm just trying to get in a little early, you know, beat the traffic.
The traffic? It's 9 o'clock at night.
Guys, please.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Bill, let's go change.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know. Hey, I'll see you guys later. Don't be late. Eat, drink, and be merry. Let the good times roll. Hey, that's our dressing room. Come back.
I got a bad feeling about this.
You seen Snuffy yet? Snuffy? What are you talking about? Where have you been? Haven't you seen the papers yet? What's all this stuff about drugs?
It's a bunch of bull.
Oh, really? Well, that's not what the town thinks. You guys are mud. Haven't you called our agent yet? We're never going to work again.
What's this we?
Hey, I'm an actor. This waiting tables is just a hobby.
Now you tell me.
Got your checkbook?
Hazel, is Snuffy called yet?
I've got to get to the bank to get change for tonight.
Is O'Keefe on the roof?
You know, if your actor friends paid their bills, this place could start making money. We could even afford to stay open for lunch.
When Snuffy gets here, send him up, will you?
Boy, am I glad to see you. You know your partner's in a pretty bad way. He hasn't been eating. I told him I'd fix him something he couldn't turn down. Where you been anyway?
I'll talk to you later. I got to talk to...
Well, slow down there. Slow down. Look, I'm not hungry right now, but you want me to fix you something to eat? Where do you want me to put this?
Just put it anywhere, Tubbs. I'll get to it later.
You want me to get you anything else?
No, thanks.
You've been up here an awful long time.
Yeah, I just been wondering why the whole world came unglued. First, the marriage falls apart. That doesn't help win Father of the Year. Then get fired off a hit TV series. That doesn't help the alimony or child support. Then get framed, blackballed, and smeared in the papers. That guarantees continued unemployment. And on top of everything else, when I really need him, my best friend, well, he disappears on me.
Disappears? Do I look disappeared?
Do you mind telling me where the hell you been?
Well, when the bottom falls out, I took a vacation.
Yeah, well, I hope you liked it, because we're going to be on one a good long time, unless you know something I don't. We're broke, out of work, and up to our shorts and alligators. Because your car payment alone is more than I have to give my ex-wife. And the way I figure it, we're probably going to have to sell this place.
Not necessarily.
I got it.
Not yet. Listen. I got a plan.
Why do I feel like I don't want to hear this?
Now.
Wasn't easy. I owe a lot of favors, but it's all there.
Our troubles are over. Ask me what's in this envelope.
I know I shouldn't do this. But okay, what's in the envelope?
I thought you'd never ask. In here are the official documents and licenses. All you have to do is sign it. We can now open up. Hawk and O'Keefe, private investigators.
He thinks you're crazy.
So do I.
You're not hungry?
Why?
You didn't eat the plate.
Oh, wait a minute. This is a great idea. What have we been doing for the past 2.5 years? 58 episodes. We know every crime, every possible plot, how to solve cases, how bad guys think. It's perfect. What could go wrong? Ha! Okay, have it your way. We'll sell the place. I was just trying to figure out how to help my best friend.
Your call.
Even.
It'll never work.
Why not?
We're not private detectives.
Why not?
Well, for one thing, does it bother you we don't have any guns?
Ah, guns. You'll use these.
These? These are the guns we use in the show. They only shoot blanks.
So what?
So what if we come across some guys with real guns that shoot real bullets?
No, we don't take any cases like that until we get permits for real guns that shoot real bullets.
Ah.
Your client is here. Says her name is Laura. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yes. Hello. My name is Douglas Hawk. This is my partner, Bill O'Keefe.
Hi.
We're the detectives.
What is this? Some kind of a joke?
A joke?
Well, I mean, you're actors on a TV show.
We were actors, but now we're just detectives.
It's a publicity stunt. Is that what it is? It's wonderful.
No, wait a minute.
I mean, I came here because I read your ad in the paper. I need help, you know. I don't have time to have you play your little joke on me.
Hold it. We are detectives.
I told you this wasn't going to work.
Let me at least talk to you. You said you were in trouble. What have you got to lose? Maybe we can.
You two all right?
That guy must be crazy. What the heck is he doing?
I don't know, but he's doing it again. Here he comes again.
Let's see how he feels about this.
The blanks.
He doesn't know that. Still don't want our help? Can I have a little more coffee, please? Laura, would you like a little more?
Your car's all being taken care of.
Thanks.
I just never had anyone try and run me over before.
You have any idea who it is?
I don't even know anyone out here. I've only been here a few days. I'm just trying to find my sister. Well, first, $800. According to your ad in the paper, that would be 2 days of your time. I don't have any more money. If it takes any longer than that, I can give you 10%. Dad says that'd be fair. It'd be more than fair.
10% of what?
The $1 million. If you can find her in time.
The $1 million. Listen, why don't we go into the office? I think you might be more comfortable. Maybe we get you something to eat, maybe something to drink, let you relax a little bit. Here, just come in and have a seat and tell us all about it.
So why don't we start from the start?
My sister, Nancy. Nancy has lived out here in California for about 6 years now. A couple of months ago, she came home for a visit.
Home is where?
It's Trenton, New Jersey. But while she was there, she bought a lottery ticket. And 2 weeks ago, we found out that she'd won $1 million.
And now you can't find her.
And I've just got to, because they say that if she doesn't claim that money within the next week, she loses it, you know? They just have another drawing.
Do you have any addresses or phone numbers?
Yeah, we called her department. We've been trying to reach her for a week now. No answer. You know, I finally found the place where she worked, and they said that she was out sick. I got worried. I flew out.
And you went to her apartment?
Yes. And they told me that she moved out a week ago today. You know, didn't leave any forwarding address. I found the place where she worked, and they said she called back in again and said she'd gone off to get married. You know, I mean, she would send for her checks later.
Would your sister get married without calling home to you or your dad?
No. I mean, but she might have taken off with some guy, you know. Wouldn't be the first time. If she's just living with some guy, she wouldn't phone home about it because she knows how much it upsets Dad.
Listen, where are you staying? We'll take you home.
There's a little motel in Culver City.
Laura, when your sister takes off with a guy, how long does it usually take for her to turn up?
Oh, my, it depends. One time was about 6 weeks. She got off to spring training with a baseball player. Another time was almost a year. She ended up in Turkey. All places with some traveling magic act. What will you do first?
Well, we'll probably hit your sister's old apartment, check out marriage licenses, friends, that sort of thing. And you relax, and we'll find her. And in time for her to collect her $1 million.
I meant what I said about the 10%. My dad said he'll make my sister give it to you.
You've given us more incentive than I thought we'd ever have.
You take care now.
So we'll call you here?
No, I think it's better if I get a hold of you. This place has a convention coming in, and I have to be out of here by tonight, so I'll be in one of these places nearby. I just don't know which one.
Well, call us at the Nantucket about 8 o'clock tonight. We'll tell you what we find, okay?
All right. Thank you. I'm sorry about before. I trust you now.
Of $1 million.
Oh.
You know how much money that is?
You're something else. I told you we would cut out to be detectives. Now all we have to do is find the missing lady.
There it is. Her sister's last known address.
Act like we're still doing the show. Act natural. You got that?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, all right. Just follow me. Just relax. No big thing. Comprende? Try not to attract any attention, okay?
You guys!
Okay, whoa. Oh, listen, we appreciate all of this, but could you tell us where the manager is?
Hi, I'm Tracy.
Yeah, hi.
I'm one of your biggest fans.
Well, actually, we're just here to see the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, Rex's apartment's right over there.
Okay, thank you very much, okay?
But he's not there right now.
Huh?
He's over in 25 doing the show.
Okay, great.
But I'm usually always around the pool.
I'll keep that in mind. I think we're being followed.
They're old tens, enjoy.
No, I don't think you get my drift. This can't possibly work.
What?
Private detectives. Does this look private to you? I mean, how are we going to walk around like this and be detectives?
Nobody knows we're detectives. Everybody thinks we're actors. Rex?
Yep, right here. Hey, you guys, if you're looking for an apartment, I got to tell you, our waiting list is about 3 years long.
3 years?
Yeah, well, if you're a couple of dynamite-looking
We're looking for
chicks-
Nancy Harmon.
Nancy. Yeah, one beautiful human being.
Rex, my gas isn't working. I was wondering.
Yeah, let me finish up here, and I'll be there in about 20 minutes. Fast enough?
Plenty. You guys are Hawk and O'Keefe.
No. O'Keefe and Hawk.
Hawk and O'Keefe, hey. That's different. You guys are on TV. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you at the top of the waiting list.
No, listen, that's okay. We're really not looking for an apartment. We're looking for Nancy Harmon.
Oh, Nancy moved out last Friday night. This was her apartment.
She moved on a Friday night?
Yeah, it was about 11 o'clock, so we were already pretty out of it. And then Nancy shows up with some Maui Wowie, and we really got ripped.
Glenda, all I can tell you is what I told her sister. Nancy didn't leave a forwarding address.
How about who she left with? A friend or anyone you might know?
No, just a couple of guys. I'd never seen them before. I don't think anyone had.
Now, I know there's no forwarding address, but maybe there's some names and address.
Gotcha. Come on, sweetheart. Yeah, you're right. Let me see what I can dig up for you. Back in a shake.
You know, 11 o'clock on a Friday night seems like a strange time to move out of an apartment.
Yeah. It'd be nice if someone around here had been on the planet at the time.
Maybe there was.
Yes, please. Look, you said that if it was urgent, that you should put me through right away. Okay, I'll hold.
Yeah.
You said you wanted to know if anyone else was looking for the girl. Well, I know this is going to sound weird, but a couple of actors, guys who play detectives on TV, they're here acting like real cops.
Hawk and O'Keefe.
Yeah, that's them.
Keep an eye on them.
Okay, I'll watch them.
Why don't you two stay for dinner tonight? I can cook you something. I mean, I don't usually cook, but I could do that. I could make, what do you like?
What do you got?
Fish,
I know we won't
chicken,
be able to, but thank you very
anything.
much. It's very kind of you.
No, are you sure?
It's all right.
Maybe another time.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Listen, I'm going to take topside. Why don't you nose around down here? Okay?
Yeah, okay. Got it. Hi.
Not yet.
Oh, yes?
Excuse me, ma'am. I was just wondering if I could trouble you. My name is Douglas Hawk.
Douglas. I had a son named Douglas.
Well, I wanted to ask you if you knew the young lady that used to live down below, Nancy Harmon.
Oh, Nancy. Oh, certainly. Yeah, she's a very nice girl.
Sometimes when my Nell, that's my granddaughter, she's very good to me, very kind. Sometimes when she couldn't be here, then Nancy would come up and help me make dinner. And read to me.
When Nancy was leaving, did she come up to say goodbye to you or maybe tell you where she might be moving to?
Oh, she didn't move. No. Well, that was someone else.
What do you mean, someone else?
Well, it wasn't Nancy. They tried to make it look like it was her, but it wasn't. Oh. Wig and dark glasses and oh, so late at night. And she didn't wave to me. Nancy would have waved. I remember when my son, my little boy, was about 3. I took him to see Santa Claus. Do you remember things like that?
Yes, I think I do remember. I've got to be going now.
Oh, you have to go? Oh.
Well, thank you.
I know.
Thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. I put a bunch of records into storage a few months ago, and Nancy's must have been in with them.
Well, thanks for looking anyway.
Anytime. If you guys ever change your mind about moving in...
We'll call you.
I may have got some.
Yeah? Me too.
I was talking to this lovely little lady on the 2nd floor, and according to her, Nancy Harmon never moved out. Somebody dressed like her, and even wore a wig to look more like her moved out, but it wasn't Nancy.
Well, that makes what I found out begin to make sense. Well, according to my friend on the first floor, one of the men that helped Nancy, whatever the hell her name is, move out, had a flat-top crew cut. Sound familiar?
Sounds like our friend who goes around running people over in parking lots.
Stay here. You look like an idiot.
Yeah, I've been expecting you. He's in the main salon.
I would like to introduce the man who first conceived of and then became the driving force of Freedom Village. A great Californian, a great American, J. Woodrow Norton.
As usual, I'm afraid. The congressman has been too lavish in his praise, as have all of you. Freedom Village was not a one-man project. Everyone here was a part of it. When Freedom Village opens on Sunday, it will be a tribute to each and every one of you. So I, in turn, want to say thank you, all of you.
Norton?
Eat? Would you like a beer?
Yeah, I could use one.
Thank you, French. Break.
So? I could have nailed the girl with the car if it hadn't been for those two yo-yos.
Wonderful. First you go out and try to kill the woman when I tell you not to, and now we're stuck with a couple of TV cops on our hands.
So we could make killing the girl look like an accident. Now the only way to deal with the problem efficiently is to remove the problem like we did with all the others.
And if we do that, what becomes of the kid? No, I'm afraid not. At least not right away. There must be some other way to discourage her.
What about those two actors out there trying to help her?
Yeah. They're actors. You become an acting teacher. Teach them how to be less helpful. I like it.
Merry month of May, sunny skies are blue. Clouds have rolled away and the sun peeps through. May express happiness. Joy you may define in 1,000 ways. Ah, but a case like mine needs a special phrase to reveal how I feel. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. Ooh, what a world, what a life. I'm in love. I've got the song that I sing. I can make that ring go anytime I move my finger.
Well, hello, Holmes and Watson. How are we doing on this case, eh?
We're not.
Oh, no, but detectives not find a bad guy yet?
Are you kidding? We can't even find our client.
My brother Billy had the same problem. He never could find his client either.
One more stick and you won't find your paycheck.
Bye now. Moving right along. Anything?
Nada. We called every motel in Culver City. You have a young, good-looking woman by the name of Laura Harmon. They say, we've got a lot of young, good-looking women, but nobody with that name.
The kitchen's a wrap. Can I get you anything before I split?
No.
No thanks, Tubbs.
Get these plates, yeah.
The only way I figure it is that Laura and her sister must have gotten married somewhere down the line.
Well, that explains different last names, but it doesn't tell us what Laura's last name is.
You don't know what your client's last name is? I'm not J. Edgar Hoover, but you probably would have done a lot better if one of you smart private detectives had thought to ask your client what her last name was.
You see? He thinks we're crazy.
It's 10 o'clock. We told her to call back at 8 o'clock. I wonder why she hasn't called. Be her. Hawk. What? Yeah.
What?
Thank you. We're on our way. Let's go. We've got to see a man about a missing sister.
What man? Hawk. What man? Hawk? What man? Hawk? What man? I don't like it.
Who said that?
I don't like it.
Yeah, you make a great conversationalist.
A man calls on the phone and says that we want to meet Laura's missing sister to meet him in the airport parking lot? How do we know the guy's not the same guy that tried to run us over?
I thought about that, but I figured since we're going to meet him anyway, why bring it up?
Oh, wonderful.
58 episodes. This never happened. We always knew our client's name.
Does it bother you? It was always written in the script?
Nope. But I'll tell you what does bother me. We're being followed.
Are you sure?
We were followed in over 20 episodes. I know when we're being followed.
You're right. We're being followed.
Watch.
I knew this was a bad idea. How did I let you talk me into this? First you talked me into being a stuntman, I broke half my bones. Then you talked me into being an actor, and I got fired. Now you're trying to talk me into being a private detective, and I'm gonna get killed.
Well, you got me on trial. Don't forget how I also talked you into buying a restaurant.
I'm not forgetting about the restaurant. The restaurant's losing money.
The show we did the first year, Bullet for a Hero.
This is not a television show. This is reality, Hawk. Real bad guys, real bullets, and you gotta lose them.
What do you think I've been trying to do for the past 3 blocks? only chance we got.
Turkeys out of the car!
Cops? You guys are cops?
Better believe we're cops! Now throw down those guns! Ready, get over that hood!
All right.
Are we glad to see you?
Shut up!
You know, our guns don't even have real bullets in them. They're blanks. It's pretty funny, huh?
Hey, listen, this is all a misunderstanding. I mean, if you just check our wallets, you'll see we're licensed.
Hey, now look, clown. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
There's no more warning. Get out of the detective business.
Not really.
They burned my car! And they broke my friend's face! I'm gonna get him!
You know what? You probably will. And you want to know how dumb I am? I'll probably help you. But it's still a lousy idea!
Couldn't find a cat to drag you in? You look awful.
Thank you, Tubbs. It's nice of you to notice.
Well, you want some breakfast?
Yeah, how about 4 eggs over medium, some bacon, hash browns, maybe some orange juice, something like that. Where's Hawk?
He's in the office. I think he's feeling too good. He was like that when I came in.
You better double that breakfast order. I'm afraid he's going to need his strength. Rise and shine, come on. Rise and shine. I'm up, you can be up.
What are you doing?
Come on, it's time to get moving. Just trying to help. It's time to get moving. I've been thinking.
You've been thinking about what?
The case.
I thought you said you didn't want to be a detective.
I don't, but it doesn't stop me from thinking. Look, I called a friend in New Jersey, and he did some checking for me. Only what he found out wasn't exactly what we were looking for. Hawk, Hawk, there is no unclaimed $1 million lottery prize for Nancy Harmon or anyone else.
What?
It was all a big fat lie.
Breakfast will be right along. By the way, I found your client.
What?
Where is she?
Right here.
No, young lady, you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Listen, I'm sorry I didn't try and call you last
Well,
night.
listen, we've had enough of your lies. We want the truth.
I've talked to New Jersey. There's no unclaimed $1 million lottery ticket. You don't even have a sister as far as they know.
Come on, Patrick. It's time to...
Laura, we want to help you. But you've got to tell the truth.
Did they do that to you?
Laura, who are they?
Please, we can help.
This is my son, Patrick.
You're the guys on TV.
Hey, Patrick. I have an idea for something that's right up your alley.
Well, you see, O'Keefe has a kid about your age. And, well, 1 year for Christmas...
Boy, remember the show they were in when their car went over the cliff? They were great. They got out just in time.
Yeah, but the pigeons, dogs, you know, they're pretty good
I
birds.
don't know why they're doing it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. The man who tried to run us down there yesterday after you dropped me off, he was there. And he followed me, and I got scared. I started running. He keeps getting closer. Finally, I got a chance. I slammed the door on him, and I took his wallet.
Detective Sergeant Scott Tanner.
They really were police.
I'm afraid to go home. You know that? I mean, the last few nights there, I felt somebody watching. One time I even thought there was somebody in the house. I'm afraid for Patrick. They might try and hurt him.
Look, it's all right. Slow down. Why don't we start from the very beginning and see if we can unravel this thing? Okay, now, why did you really hire us?
Who is Nancy Harmon?
I never even met her.
She's not your sister?
So why did you want us to find her?
Because 10 days ago she ran off with my husband. And I'm not from New Jersey. I live 3 blocks from here. I'm born and raised California. If I would have told you the truth, you wouldn't have helped me. I tried 4 of the detectives. They all say the same thing, you know? Your husbands run off all the time. Once the novelty wears off. I don't understand why. We just loved each other so very much.
The husbands get crazy sometimes. That happens. Now, but your husband running off with his girlfriend wouldn't explain people beating us up, trying to kill you because we're looking for him.
Do you think something's happened to him? Do you think that somebody might...
Where did your husband meet Nancy Harmon?
She worked for him. She was his secretary.
Your husband took off, okay? He must have made reservations, phone calls. You know, I'd like to go through his papers, both the stuff at his office and anything he might have at home.
Yeah, all right. Listen, I gotta go to work. I'm a waitress over at Harper's. Give you the keys to the house and Jim's office.
Yeah.
You know what I think?
Come on. I think that's it over there.
You know, we're gonna look pretty dumb if we're in the middle of some sort of police operation.
If it was a police operation, they could have found a much more graceful way of telling us. They didn't have to torch my car. Now, how did you end up with this bucket of bolts and your wife got the Mercedes?
Are you kidding? It's easy. Her attorney was a very fair man. He split it right down the middle. She got the Mercedes, and I got the payments.
You smell smoke? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go around and check the back, okay? Yeah. All right.
Not the nose! Not the nose! Hey, kid! Are you all right? No, I'm not all right. Good. Sound all right. You see about the fire. I'm going to go after him.
Well, what happened?
He got away.
There you go.
Oh, Simon, I'm so happy.
Okay, thanks a lot. Okay,
Please,
take
can't
care.
you stay?
So, what'd you tell him?
Well, I told him that Laura's kid's chemistry set blew up, and we were friends with the family, came by for a visit, smelled smoke, and went from there.
So you didn't tell him we think it was a couple of cops that started the fire?
Let's get in the car, okay? All right.
You didn't tell him we think they were a couple of cops?
No, I didn't think it was such a hot idea, not knowing whether they were good guys or friends of Detective Sergeant Tanner.
Yeah, good idea. Has it occurred to you that since Laura lied to us about the lottery ticket, that there is no 10% for us to collect? And that $400 a day is not a lot of money for what Tanner and his friend keep doing to us?
That's crossed my mind.
Well, good. Well, here's another hot news flash. She's lied to us again.
Oh, now what?
Well, you know how she said that she and her husband loved each other so much? Well, according to a couple of the neighbors, they were getting divorced. Her husband still lived there about half the time, but they fought like cats and dogs.
Why would she lie to us about that? Why are these guys trying to burn these papers? And why are they trying to kill us? What does it all mean?
Hawk, did you illegally remove those papers from the scene of the crime?
You know, I think there might be a lot more of these papers at his office. You thinking what I'm thinking?
That our friends may be starting another bonfire. You're right. I sure would like to know who's doing what to whom.
Boy, whoever it is. They sure the heck aren't kidding.
How badly was my house damaged?
Scorched walls, mainly. I think you'll have to replace the carpet.
My husband's office?
Like I said, gone, burned to the ground. And I think it has something to do with these papers.
Do you have any idea what they mean?
No. I've seen those things a million times, you know, but it might as well be in Chinese. Jim never talked about it at work. This is just all so crazy. Why?
Well, that's what we want to find out. Somewhere it has to make sense.
We have a friend who might be able to tell us what these papers mean. He has a photographic memory. He reads everything. We'll ask him to take a look at it.
You know, something bothers me. There's something I wanted to ask you. Why did you lie about your relationship with your husband?
Come on, guys. I mean, what was I going to tell you? That he likes to fool around, that he drinks too much, that he likes to humiliate me in public.
Don't be such a bum. Why do you want us to find him?
The one thing that Jim was good about was Patrick. He never missed a visit. He would take him fishing and play football with him, do all that father-son stuff. And then about a month ago, we found out that Patrick was diabetic. And the doctor said, you know, you shouldn't worry about it. A lot of people are diabetic. If Patrick just takes his medicine, if he watches his diet, he'll be fine. So what does my husband do? What is his stupid reaction? He takes it personally. It's like it is a reflection on his manhood. He couldn't handle it, and he drank. And he got drunk one night, and he comes to the house, and he tells his 7-year-old son that he is not his son, that I must have been sleeping around. He tells his own son that he's a bastard. Because no son of his could be a weakling or sick. I don't care if I ever see him again, you understand? But he has got to come back and make it right with Patrick. That's where I gotta find him. You know, I mean, how can a boy grow up with something like that?
If that husband of yours is out there and findable, we'll find him. I don't guarantee he'll have any teeth in his mouth when we do.
We'll take care of him. You can count on us.
Good.
No, I mean it. You go in there and see your kid. I'll see you back at the Nantucket.
Now, you go off and do something stupid. I don't like it when you go off alone.
There's a lot of things you don't like.
Well, it's my nature.
Well, maybe your marriage is a bust, but that kid in there thinks you're the greatest thing alive, so don't screw that up.
It's tough, you know?
It shouldn't be. Look, I kind of got hooked on that little Patrick kid, you know. I'm into being nice to kids, you know. Get out of here.
Hawk?
Now what?
Do I ever say thank you?
Well, I mean, you could shower me with a few little gifts every now and again, you know.
Why can't you understand? Danny doesn't want to be with you.
What kind of thing is that to say in front of her?
Well, this is a hell of a way for you to show up. Where have you been, in a bar fight?
I told you, I was working. But I don't know why we yell at each other. I mean, even now, when it's over.
I thought you were kicked off the show. What were you working at?
Hawk and I have this thing we're doing.
Hawk. Always Hawk. You're like a couple of kids that never grew up. I wish I had had half the time.
That's not fair.
Mommy, they're here.
She's been looking forward to this. We didn't know if you were going to be here today. You never called.
Mommy, can I go?
Ask your father.
Daddy, please.
This is an important one, huh?
After the game, Denise is going to let me play with the frog.
That sounds great. I wish I could be there. Come on. Give a man a hug and a kiss.
Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Next weekend for sure, huh, Danny?
Eventually, there'll be over 2,500 homes here in Freedom Village.
That's right, and all of them at affordable rates. We at Freedom Village like to think that, well, I admit in a small way, but we're bringing back part of the American dream.
Thank you. Mr. J. Woodrow Norton, founder and principal owner of Freedom Village. Thanks again, Mr.
Thank you, Angela. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Okay, guys, we got to get a couple of shots over here and then do the close.
You got trouble, Mr. Norton.
How?
What I warned you about, sir. Falk and O'Keefe. They don't know when to quit.
Meaning you didn't teach them their lesson well enough.
If I taught them any better, sir, they'd both be in the morgue.
Go on.
Well, we got to the office, all right. Got the files and then torched them. That's when Hawk and O'Keefe showed up and busted in. The problem is some of the soil testing results were there.
What are you trying to say, that they've got them now?
That's the picture, sir.
Well, then get rid of them and do it as soon as possible. Can you make it look good?
I have a suitcase full of heroin for just such an occasion. If they're as smart as I think they are, I'll make it look better than good. Take care of the last possible link with them at the same time.
Well, do it.
Village says it will be a return to the American dream. And from the way the plans sound, he just might be right.
You remember Love Canal?
Chemicals that made people sick. New York, Niagara Falls.
Yeah. I had a cousin that lived up there. She had to move.
700 families had to move.
What happened?
It was about 50 years ago. A chemical company was using the place to dump toxic waste, pesticides, you name it. More than 80 different kinds of bad stuff. In the 1950s, they covered it over with dirt and sold the land. And a few years later, they started building houses there.
They didn't know the place had been used as a dump.
I guess not. See, it wasn't until some years later when the metal containers on the ground started rotting out and the toxic waste started seeping into the ground that things started happening.
Yeah. A lot of people got sick, started complaining.
The place had slowly turned into a nightmare, and no one knew why.
It got really bad and stuff started bubbling to the surface?
And they're still debating on whether the rates for miscarriages, cancer, leukemia are higher there, and whether or not it was the chemicals that caused them.
God, is that what we've got here? Another love canal?
The only interesting thing out of all this junk are these few. Now, these soil test results cover an area about 6 times larger than the neighborhood around Love Canal. But it looks like the ground here is just as contaminated and with the same type of chemicals.
Tubbs, where's this land?
It doesn't say, but I will tell you this. These kinds of tests are only done when people need construction permits.
Tubbs, can you call the Permit Bureau, find out if there have been any work permits issued for a job this size?
Couldn't hurt.
Those papers say Terra Firma Labs Santa Monica. Laura's husband ran an engineering company?
Well, Terra Firma Labs is probably where he sent his geological test work.
Get a hold of Snuffy. Tell him we need a favor. I'd like him and some of his stuntmen to look after Laura and her son for a while, okay?
Will do.
Okay.
Santa Monica, Terra Firma Labs. Does it bother you that if we could figure out where Terra Firma Labs are, Detective Sergeant Tanner and his friend could figure it out too?
Not if it doesn't bother you that it's late Saturday afternoon and there's a sign on that window that says closed.
And the man was so nice on the phone when he said to come right over.
What are they doing?
If I didn't know better, I'd say they were playing odds and evens.
Yes, now. Move it.
30 seconds?
I don't care if you don't like it. Just be coming through that back door in 30 seconds.
Why, you're coming through the front door and drawing one there. Why is it you're always taking all the chances?
Because you got a kid that needs you. Besides, who talked you into this?
Well, I was... No arguments. Otherwise, they're going to be coming out here looking for us.
Hawk. What? If we get through this, I'll tell you later.
kill you now. But that would leave me with tons of paperwork. It's bad enough you two would-be detectives getting involved in a drug deal and killing your supplier.
We were right about one thing. It was a trap.
But then you killed the police officer trying to arrest you. You guys don't have a chance. In a couple of minutes, this whole building's going to be surrounded. You think any decent cop is going to allow a couple of cop killers to walk out of this place alive?
He's right. It's a perfect setup. All I have to do is get Laura, and it's all over.
The new love canal marches on. And no one finds out what happened to Laura's husband and his secretary.
Let's go.
Where are you going? They're all around us.
They'll hold the SWAT. I want this whole block sealed off. They've killed my partner. They're trapped in that building. They're armed men, and they're very dangerous. And I don't want them to get away.
Go on. Look, I'm not going anywhere without you.
One of us has got to get away. One of us has got to stop him. Now, do I have to teach you everything?
You want us both to sit here and get shot up?
Come on. I'm getting tired of saving your butt all the time.
In a shocking story, police tonight have issued an all-points bulletin for the arrest of television stars Bill O'Keefe and Douglas Hawk.
Oh, you guys are nuts. You see what's parked out front?
Yeah, that's why we came through the back door.
We've been doing a lot of that lately.
One a veteran police officer.
The bullet went clean through, so you're lucky it didn't hit a bone. But you still should see a doctor.
Do the best you can, Snuffy. You worked with the first aid man on the set for 58 episodes. We lived through that.
Well, it's not going to take them long to find this place. And my two stuntmen friends here can't hold off the whole police force. So, what are you guys going to do?
Well, as I see, we got a couple of choices. One, we can sit around and wait for McGee's cops to get us, in which case they'll probably blow our heads off. Or two, we can take a plane to Jamaica.
Well, know this. All the guys on the crew want to help, even the ones that think you did it. I mean, let's face it. Maybe you guys weren't the greatest actors in the whole world, but in 58 episodes, you never pulled any of that star stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Listen, while you're standing there, jump on the phone and see what's shaking with Tubbs.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys making a movie?
Patrick, go back to bed.
How do you make the blood look so real?
Come on, it's past your bedtime, sweetie. Say goodnight.
Night.
Good night.
Tubbs found out the only construction anywhere near that size is the Freedom Village project, run by J. Woodrow Norton. He's a lot to gain by getting Laura's husband, Laura, and us out of the way.
You think it's a good idea to call the newspaper and tell them?
Oh, I don't think so. J. Woodrow Norton himself owns most of the newspapers.
We'd stand a better chance trying to cancel Christmas than shooting Santa Claus.
How are we going to let people know what's going on?
Well, look, guys, bottom line, I know a stunt pilot could fly out of the country by morning.
Nope, we don't want to do any running. Now, if you want to help Snuff, you can get us a wardrobe man and a couple of radio mics.
Okay.
Why don't you call her?
Okay, say what?
Yeah, you'll think of something.
Hello?
Hi, Pumpkin.
Daddy?
Yeah, it's me. I guess you know from the news that Uncle Hawk and I are in kind of a mess of trouble. Well, I just want to let you know that no matter what you hear, no matter what happens to me, I didn't do any of the things they said.
I know.
You do?
Yeah. Mom says he may be a lousy father, but that he wouldn't do anything like they say on the TV.
Good old Mom.
Are they gonna kill you?
No, of course not. But Uncle Hawk and I have to try a couple of things to try to get people to listen to us. Danny, I know sometimes I'm not there when I want to be. And sometimes it seems like I don't care. But I love you very much.
Me too, Daddy.
Guts. I like a guy with guts.
I'm very uneasy, McGee. Here I am, a wealthy, influential man, and at this moment, everything I own, at least in this country, is standing on the edge of a cliff because of two failed actors who decide to become detectives?
Everything's in control, Mr. Norton. Every cop in the state is looking for him.
Unfortunately for you and me, 99% of the police force is honest.
What happens if they're captured alive and they start talking?
No one will listen, at least not in time. They're cop killers. Hannon was my partner. I'll know the minute they're taken in. I can make sure they won't live through their first night behind bars.
Your reassurances are becoming less and less comforting, McGee, after you.
Here at Freedom Village, yes, sir. And then...
There he is. Mr. Norton. Mr. Norton, I see him. Mr. Norton, over here.
He's a real popular fella.
Sort of goes with the territory when you're rich and famous and one of the greater benefactors of the Western world. You guys sure you want to go through with this? I mean, you're liable to ruin our whole day.
Well, if you got any better ideas, I'd be glad to hear it.
I think the old lady was right. I got to stop falling on my head for a living.
Well, I guess we can get this show on the road. That's the mayor and the rest of the city council.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the official dedication ceremony, we'd like the council members on stage in a semicircle. Mr. Norton in the middle, and you here, sir.
For the official dedication ceremony, we would like the council members around the mayor and Mr. Norton. After the mayor's opening...
Golly, my friends sure would love to talk to you.
Now, if we could just...
Where are they?
Over by the food wagon.
Anybody know whose kid this is?
There the mayor will stand on the keys to the city. And we will have a few minutes for photographs. At that point, we will have a break for chefs. And then the TV interview.
Are two fugitives, huh?
That's us.
I presume you're here to make a deal. What have you got in mind?
The one that'll make us all rich and happy. I'd feel a lot better if we talk about it over here.
Get lost. Oh, I must admit, I didn't think I'd see you two here.
But John Norton, we're tired of your cop friends trying to kill us. We just want to make a deal.
What do two cop killers have to bargain with?
Come on, Norton, we've got the soil test. We can prove that Freedom Village was built on a toxic waste dump that would make Love Canal look like a Girl Scout picnic.
Well, obviously you're after money. How much do you want?
Yeah, well, we'll get around to that. But what I'd really like to know is how you can sleep at night knowing what you've done here.
I am not the ogre you think I am. I just found out about the toxic waste myself a year ago. What am I going to tell my friends, my investors? We got $100 million invested in Freedom Village.
How about the truth? Doesn't it bother you that all of these families and all of these kids live on a ground that's contaminated with toxic waste?
Stop! Yes, it does, but I'm in over my head.
Stop! What? They got the PA system on!
Sorry, Norton, you've just confessed on live TV.
You hold it. You're Hawk and you're O'Keefe. You're wanted for killing a cop.
Let's get to the airport. Tell them to get my jet ready.
Captain, these are the guys, Hawk and O'Keefe. They killed Sergeant Tanner.
No, they didn't. These two men have risked their lives and helped me solve a case I've been working on for months. Tanner was a bad cop, crooked. When Hawk and O'Keefe got too close, he tried to frame them with a suitcase full of heroin. You want to do some good? See if you can help calm that crowd down, huh?
Right away, Captain.
Atta boy.
I don't believe this. Now, you may be able to fool him, but you're not going to get away with this.
Right.
For starters, he killed Laura's husband and his secretary.
Well, that's true, boys. But the whole problem is, can you prove it? Huh? There's only 4 people alive who could testify against me, and that's you, and me, and, well, oh, my God. I got it! Get up in that helicopter! Wait, boys!
Follow that chopper. There's a killer on board.
That's crazy. Get it up, flying.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. When did you learn how?
I was a Navy pilot.
No, I mean, when did you learn how to fly one of these?
You question a Navy pilot? Hand me that checklist.
Taught you this?
wonderful.
Do you smell something?
Yeah, we're burning. And it's a perfect smoke screen. Hang on.
One chopper down at the old Goodyear plant, another one off Cabrillo Beach.
Which other one?
This other one?
This engine's only got one more minute. What would you rather have? The hard ground or the soft water?
Mayday! 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 One chopper down at the old Goodyear plant, another one down at Cabrillo Beach.
I'll come in over the breakers. That's when you jump out.
Jump? I jump? Then what are you going to be doing?
As soon as you jump out, I'll jump out.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm tired of them sneaking around the back stuff. Where I fall in the water, you go off, crash, burn, become the dead hero, and I can live it out for the rest of my life.
You got a better idea?
Yeah, there's only one way we're going to do this. This time, it's my plan.
You don't have to get tested.
Did I ever tell you about the stunt we did in Peru?
Yeah, you told me about it.
Tubbs, I'm telling you, if they gave awards for stunts, we win it.
I heard it.
Down the rapids.
Here, you guys get to this. I got some lobsters cooking.
Terrific. Lobster, that reminds me of the stunt I did on Jaws. Did I ever tell you about it?
Oh, I think you did, Snuffy. Yeah, I think you did. Danny, you want some...
Where's Huck?
He's up the beach with her kid.
You know, Patrick, I'm supposed to tell you something. It's top secret.
You're not supposed to tell anybody?
Right. Not even tell your mom. Now, you think you can handle it?
I can handle it.
Well, the secret is about your dad. You see, what nobody knew was that he was working on the case with us. It's true. It's true. You see, he had this engineering place. It was only a cover, though. What he was a secret agent.
My dad is a secret agent?
One of the best. And he knew that this case was so dangerous that he was afraid that the bad guys would go after him through you and your mom. So what your dad had to do was pretend that he was mad at you and your mom, and he didn't like you. Now, I don't know what your dad said to you, but he told me it was pretty bad. He said it made you cry. But he said that he had to tell you that because he didn't want the bad guys to come after you.
My dad said that?
And he said that you were the best son a dad could ever have. He was real proud of you. And he told me that if anything happens to him, I'd come and tell you.
I knew it. I knew he never meant those things. Mom! 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 Want to play catch, Patrick? Sure.
I love you.
Me too, Danny.
O'Keefe! O'Keefe! I just fed the pigeons. Come on, Pilgrim, let's get those cages clean. Whoa! Want to buy some pigeons?
No?
One of these days, I'm going to find somebody who wants to buy pigeons.
Why don't you just let them go?
Well, they're homing pigeons. You ever try to get rid of homing pigeons?
No.
Well, once I drove halfway out into the desert, opened the cage and let them go.
What happened?
You beat him back?
You stole my joke, and that's my line.
I beat him back. You guys are pretty crazy. You're not bad detectives.
Yo! Hey! Soup is loose. The cops are here.
Getting some fresh air, I see.
It's not as fresh anymore.
Is that any way to talk to me? I'm a respected captain of detectives.
No, McGee, you're a murderer. And if it's the last thing we do, we'll prove it.
I don't think you understand. They're giving me a medal for my part in this case. Fact is, I recommended you two for commendations. And after a while, when all this attention dies down, one dark night, least expected, I'm going to come for you. I'm going to get you. And I'm going to enjoy it.
While you're waiting, we're going to show the world what a dangerous sicko you are.
You come, Captain. Any dark, lonely night you want. But when you come, you better be looking for me. Leave this kid out of it. Or you wish you never lived.
I'll be seeing you. You count on it.
No kidding.
Sure.
You mean you jump in there to save me and maybe get yourself killed?
Absolutely.
You see, that proves it. This is definitely not a good idea.
We got fired at, framed, nearly run over by a car, lied to, conned, nearly killed in a car crash, beat up, blown up, shot at, shotgun, wounded, wanted by the police, and finally dumped in the ocean. No! This is not a good idea!